What's up, y'all? It's your boy Batmac back at it again with yet again another video. But this time we got Colin Kaepernick back in the game. Let's go. So I decided to restart my franchise since I hadn't posted any regular season games yet because I wasn't Colin Kaepernick in the league. And quick note, if you're trying to restart your franchises and have Colin Kaepernick in the league, make sure to start in the preseason, otherwise he won't be in there because Madden is whack and they don't know what they're doing. But regardless, we got Colin Kaepernick, and I'm happy about it because, I mean, it's just dope. You know, me as a black man, I'm happy to see him back in the game. I mean, his overall is a little bit too high. I wouldn't give him an 81 since the man hasn't played in like 4 years. Nobody's seen him. We've only seen clips of when he did that little tryout. And since that was all on air, no defenses there, I mean, I don't really know how good he really is right now, but I know he ain't no 81. I can tell you that much right there. So this is me showing him in the main roster, and I was trying to figure out the best way to just jump into a franchise. So yeah, the starting point, you have to be in the preseason. That way he will be in free agency, as I'm showing right now. And so what we're going to do is just sim the entire preseason, and the next video will be me in the regular season. I'm not going to force any wins. I'm not going to force any losses. I'm just going to go how it goes. I already made the cuts before, but I'm also going to be making some signings, like right there. Earl Thomas, I'm going to be signing him. But Colin Kaepernick right there, top quarterback in free agency. We will check to see what team he's on next video. But there you go, Earl Thomas. Got to make sure we sign him. Since it's a possibility we might sign him in real life, I'm just going to do it now. And if whoever signs him, I could care less. We're keeping him in our franchise. And then we were just looking at the rest of it. I know I'm hoping that Colin Kaepernick gets signed to a decent team in here. Hopefully he does good. I mean, 81 overall, he'll get signed for sure. And then everything else, I mean, I know Aqib Talib retired in real life today. This morning, so I mean, I wish I could make him retire, but it's just too much work. I mean, I could just make his overall like 20 and then he'd retire anyways, but anyways, we're just gonna make Jarrett Stidham to make sure he's the backup for the preseason. That way he, gets some reps. We're gonna trade Lamar Miller because we let go of him in real life, but I traded him in the last franchise that we had, so we're gonna make sure we can trade him when we find out a trade. Looks like Jacksonville wants him since they did lose Fournette, and he's in Tampa Bay now. And boom, second round pick from Jacksonville. There you go, for Lamar Miller and a fourth. Then we're going to trade Marquise Lee because we don't need him. He's older. I can get some good trades for him, hopefully to a bad team. We end up looking for him to go to the Jaguars, but we're going to trade him straight across for Colin Johnson, a young receiver, because we need to get younger. Colin Johnson is 6'6", so we can potentially move him to tight end as well. And now Cam Newton, talking about Jarrett Stidham. Help him to throw under pressure better. There you go. Jarrett Stidham's going to get a little bit better. So now we're going to make our cuts. So obviously we're going to make the cuts of the players that just absolute trash on Madden. 52 overall, that's just pathetic. 52 overall, that's just pathetic. So now we're going to look at each position. I'm going to cut Brian Hoyer. We're going to keep 2 quarterbacks on the roster. Running back J.J. Taylor going to move to the practice squad. We're going to keep Damian Harris on there. We're going to keep Brandon Bolden. Receivers Gunnar Olszewski, we're going to move to the practice squad. We should move Jeff Thomas to the practice squad. Jacoby Myers, we're going to keep on the roster. Colin Johnson's there. So there you go. So make more cuts. Najee Torin by Corey Cunningham by Justin Heron. There you go. Brandon King cut to Sean Bauer. Probably going to be gone. Byron Colwart gone. So they have 8 more cuts to make. Probably should move Jacob Johnson. Move Izzo. Justin Bethel. Michael Jackson Sr., we're going to move him to the practice squad. We should cut Cody Davis since we just signed Earl Thomas. Nick Folk, we have the rookie kicker, so we don't need Nick Folk. So now we need to cut 3 more players. We're going to move Jacob Johnson to the practice squad. Terrence Brooks we can cut because we have a lot of safety depth now. So now we need to make 1 more cut. And we got to make sure it's a good, smart decision. We're just going to move Jacoby Myers potentially to the practice squad. I know he got time last year, so I'm not sure if I want to do that. I always want 3 tight ends on the roster. Yannick Juice we're going to keep. Froholt we're going to keep. I like the depth at linemen, so I'm not going to cut any of them. I like our DNs, or at least our right ends. We can cut Xavier Williams potentially. Neither of outside linebackers at left. Outside linebacker. No, we're going to have cutting one of our safeties. We're not cutting any of those corners. All savages. We're going to cut Adrian Phillips. Yep, because we're going to obviously have Kyle Duggar. He'll get picked up out of the practice squad. So Adrian Phillips, goodbye. And those are all the cuts. So now we get Cam Newton with a skill point. I like it. We're going to have Shaq Mason with a skill point. Move him up to an 87. We make sure Cam got better at throwing because as he gets older, he's going to slow down in the run game. Probably don't want him to take as many hits. So here we go. Shaq Mason, Isaiah Wynn, left tackle. Get him to an 80 overall. And next, we need to add Chase Winovich, see how his goes. Move him up to a 76, make him a little bit better at power rushing. And then we can just auto upgrade the rest of them. Because, I mean, yeah, we're just auto upgrade the rest. There you go. So now here we are, week 1 versus the Miami Dolphins. I like our setup, knowing that we're going to play the division with Denver, Oakland, the AFC West, and the NFC West. Is who we're playing this season. And I'm going to predict that we will make it to the playoffs. It's going to be very hard to make it to the playoffs with the schedule. But with the extra playoff spot, I'm pretty confident that we can do it. So we're going to make sure it's make it to the playoffs. That's going to be our goal for the season. I'm not going to be surprised. I feel like we can probably go a strong 11-5. With the only game I'm really expecting to lose is probably the Chiefs because they're too tough on here. And I don't think we have the team to really compete with them fully. We would if we had Tom Brady, but we ain't got Brady anymore. So now we're going to set the depth chart. Cam Newton will be our starter, obviously. We'll have Sony Michel being the technical starting running back, but James White's going to be getting a lot of work as well. And then I'm going to have Damian Harris as the 4th running back on the roster behind Rex Burkhead. Danny Vitale, Julian Edelman, N'Keal Harry, Colin Johnson. I'm going to move under Damiere Byrd. And then there you go. And then Jacoby Myers. And there you go. Tight end, we're going to have Devin Asai. Matt Lacoste is going to be our 3rd guy. We're going to have Dalton Kinee probably playing at the 2nd tight end spot. Yep, there you go. We know our linemen, Isaiah Wynn, we know our guys. David Andrews, Joe Thuney, Shaq Mason, and Marcus Cannon. We know the O-line. So DNs are good. Adam Butler starting D-tackle with Bo Allen backing him up. Brandon Copeland's going to be backing up Anthony Jennings because I like the young guy out of Bama, and he will develop better. Dante Hightower, obviously. Juwan Bentley, Cash Malloy, or however you say his name. Josh Uche, starting out right outside linebacker. We know the corners: Gilmore, McCourty, Jones, Jackson, and Williams. We all know them. Devin McCourty starting at the free safety, and then Pat Chung and Earl Thomas splitting the safeties because we're going to have Earl Thomas being the sub linebacker. So whenever we're in a nickel or dime set, Pat Chung will be back there at safety, and Earl Thomas will be in the middle with Dante Hightower. So I'm excited to see how that goes. There you go. Earl Thomas starting at the safety spot. Devin McCourty at free. So there you go. Down to the kicker, we got the old rookie out of Marshall. We got Jake Bailey still at punting. Kick returner, we're going to have Demir Bird. Punt returner will still be Edelman. Yes, sir. We got third down running backs, obviously going to be James White, with Rex Burkhead being the backup there. Power running back, Sony, and then Brandon Bolden. Slot receiver is always going to be Edelman. I don't know why the game even wants to mess around with that. Edelman is our slot. There you go. Now we have our nickel set. We're going to have John Simon on the line. John Simon. We're going to have Dietrich Wise Jr. and Lawrence Guy. Sub linebacker, like I said, will be Earl Thomas. And there you go. That's all we really need. Slot corner will be Jonathan Jones. So anyways, y'all, the next video will be against the Miami Dolphins, and it's going to be week 1. So let's go!